welcome back. A little something different from Red Pill. What we're going to do today is the first Red Pill Racing speed course. There's a lot of things that go into making a car fast, no doubt about it. You can get lucky. You can buy a car that's just fast right off the shelf or right out of the 5-pack. Like this guy. One of the newer castings is fast. You can spend the money, or if you're like me, sell your way up the ladder until you're able to buy some cars that are stock and known to be fast. Gold hot ones. Or can do what I did when I started. Because I sure was not buying a $15 or $20 Fairmont or Mazda or Dodge Murata hot ones. It just wasn't happening. So I'm going to show you now what to look for in an old junker flea market yard sale car to make it into something respectable and maybe even something elite. If you look down now at the Red Pill Garage, you will see an ugly orange Mustang with no wheels and paint. I think this was actually something I did when I was probably about 7 or 8 years old. This bad boy has seen its better days. Get them wheels looking terrible. Got paint all over them. So don't sleep on this car. This car will probably not even make it down the track right now, but there's things that can be done if the wheels are straight. And if you check it out, if my camera will focus, this is a Yatming Turbo Mustang, and the wheels for the most part look straight. Two of them even kind of roll. I'm going to show you some tips. So when you go out, hit that flea market, you find that older casting, that heavy metal on metal, gold hot ones, ultra hots, whatever you're looking for, and it's froze up and it's ugly. I'll show you how to get a little bit of speed, maybe a lot of speed, out of that casting as long as these wheels are straight. Let's get it in the shop. But first, let's see what it'll do on the track so we can know if I know what the hell I'm talking about. Alright, we've got the Yatming Mustang Turbo Mustang. No doors. We got them up in lane 1. And all we're going to do here is try to get a baseline time of what this thing will run before we try to put some speed to it. Let's go. Oh, he made it. A 3.87. That was not a super run for sure. 3.187, maybe the slowest run we've ever had on this track. So what we're gonna do, just so we don't forget it or lose a piece of paper or something stupid, I'm gonna write that here on the bottom. 3.187. I'd really like to get this thing under 2.15, so twice as fast. We're also going to get a weight on it. 33.6. I'll also write that on here, just because that's what I do with all my cars. Let's get this thing out to the workshop. Keep it on the grass for now. It's not a race car yet. Alright, we're here in the underground workshop of Red Pill Racing. Got the Yatming Turbo Mustang ready for the first step. The first step always is just to clean this thing out. And to do that, all you really need is a little small brush, an old garage toothbrush or your toothbrush if you want, I don't care. Or any kind of little scrub brush. I mean, if you got a big brush, that's fine too, whatever. You just need a brush, okay? And the other thing you need is some sort of a cleaner or degreaser. It needs to be able to get grease off because you never know what's in these cars. I'm using the very prestigious, highly recommended Dollar General Awesome Orange. This is LA's totally awesome orange. And what I did is diluted that down very specifically. If you read the directions, it probably tells you how, but I put a little splash in the bottom of this. I think I probably put this much, filled it up with water, and boom, you got some water with some spray. So what you want to do is saturate all over this car where the wheels and the axles are. Drop it on the ground, not required, but it was junk anyway, so who cares? You're gonna get between the wheel and the body, all the way around. Just grab it in there real good all 4 tires. Hopefully it won't be right at the border of freezing cold like it is with me right now, because my hands are numb. And I don't know if you can see that dirty water coming out of there, but it is gross. So do the same thing on the outside, as much as you can. You're going to rinse it back out with your cleaner, kind of flush out some of that goo. And then I like to roll it around. There'll be a puddle there, that's fine, rub it in that. Helping to break up that stuff in there. This wheel's still not good. That one's still not good. None of these are good, but honestly, you won't really expect that to happen at this phase. You're just trying to get the bulk of that goo out of there. You'll repeat this a few times and I'll show you what we do next. Alright, I've rinsed, washed a few times with the degreaser. You did see me run it back and forth on the concrete over there. You do not want to do that too much. You can damage the wheels. I actually used this piece of scrap board that I glued some foam to. Works great. You can work it like that. You can also, another tool that I've made to use is a piece of old mini blind. Same thing. You do it one side at a time. The good thing about this tool is you can angle your pull or push to force it to be pressure on the inside or outside, depending on how you're doing it. You can see now, I guess you can maybe see. Let's see. Back wheels actually turn. Front wheels turn a little bit. That back wheel does not. So, what you want to check is next. You saw the paint on the front of this thing. You want to check right there. It's a pretty good shot, actually. You can see there is paint between the wheel, not on that one so much, and the body. Is this the one that wasn't spinning? Probably. So, a few ways you can get to that. You want to either take everybody should always keep a good sharp knife. If you have access to a really sweet scalpel, or sandpaper. And you want to be able to get inside right there and get that paint off without gouging the inside of that wheel, because remember, it's going to be rubbing the body there, and you don't want any bumps to slow that thing down. I'm going to try it here with this first. If it doesn't work, we'll move to the sandpaper, but you got to get that cleaned out. Next, along with that, is you got to get this hub cleaned out. Any kind of gunk in there. I would recommend Harbor Freight. You can get a little pick set like this for a couple bucks. What you want to do is just get in that hub where the actual axle comes through, and you just want to turn it, maybe gently scoop some out if you get something. Got to do that on all the wheels. If you don't have one of these, that's why you need your knife or whatever sharp object you're using. Popsicle stick, a toothpick, whatever you got. Quickly make short work on it, because you have a very sharp knife, like a real man, adult. Look how long it took, 2 seconds. And again, right in there. That fits perfect. I actually kind of prefer, at least initially, the piece of wood, because it's not going to do any damage to the wheel. Again, that's very important. So I'll work on these, I'll work on getting that paint off, and we'll be back. I'll show you what we got after that. Alright, so I have went through all the first steps. We cleaned and scrubbed it with a degreaser. We rolled the wheels, a lot of rolling the wheels. Look at that thing, watch. Next, we took and we cleaned out behind the wheels, we cleaned out the hubs, and before I turn the video back on, I took, and what you want to do is take some sort of penetrating lubricant, PB Blaster, WD-40, whatever is safe for plastic, because at this point, hopefully you have very minimal gunk in the wheels. Very technical term, gunk. And what you've got left is a little bit of corrosion. So you want to take your, I use WD-40. It does stop squeaks. It removes and protects, loosens rusted parts, drives out moisture, and free sticky mechanisms. All things that we want. So that is great. And all we're going to do with this, just like the degreaser, don't get out of control. If you do, you just have to clean it up. Not a big deal. Put a little there. You want it to get down. And that hub, like I said, I dabbed a little bit on before the video. And you just want to spin it down in there. Spin it down in there. A little behind the wheels, just to make sure it's good and lubed up in there. Spin it down in there. Then what I like to do first, you gotta get this excess off or you're gonna make a mess. You see that there? You grab your old trusty big money, high dollar equipment DeWalt drill, or if you burned your DeWalt drill up a long time ago and just ain't had spare money to replace it, you can grab that $24 hyper tough Walmart lithium, 24 bucks. Then I'm going to take this, which is the drum for a sanding drum for a rotary tool. I would say it was for a Dremel, but I'm getting sponsor money, so it's for a generic eBay version. You put that in there. And basically, I'm going to spin it. Now, like I said, I actually do have a Dremel. I do have a roto zip. But since Red Pill is funded by motherfucking Red Pill only, this is not for kids. We're going to use, actually, what I did get from eBay for like 10 or 15 bucks, and this is called Wind Rotary. This thing has actually outlasted 2 Dremels. So You want to be careful when you're using these, of course. It's speed adjustable. But you don't want to not be paying attention and have that wheel not spin while you're touching it, or you will melt a hole in the wheel. All that work is gone bye-bye. So we'll do this for a little bit. Next, we'll spray it back out with WD-40, hit it with a brush, do it again, and we'll do the other side. After that, we're going to make sure we rinse out every bit of WD-40 we can with that degreaser and the water. Let's see what we got after this is done. Alright, your backtrack side. We finished the WD-40. We finished cleaning it back out with the degreaser. Now, I do have to say it took about, I don't know, I probably did 5 complete scrubbing and degreasing cycles. Then I did about 5 of the WD-40. I actually had to take a knife a little and smooth this inside to get the paint off. But it has now been cleaned and dried. Does it spin? Not too bad. I believe it will beat that 3.187. Remember, those back wheels did not spin at all. So I'm gonna get this thing graphited up, and just for fun, I grabbed a brand new casting, the 05 Ford Mustang. We're gonna crack this bad boy out. There's no way when I started this project you would think this car would have any kind of challenge from that turbo Yatming with frozen wheels. But that's kind of the challenge of speed. That's what Red Pill all about. Let's see if we made it fast enough. Graphite it up. We'll be right back. Alright, this is where we find out if the Red Pill Speed Shop has done its job. We got the turbo Mustang that barely made it down the track in lane 1 against a brand new 05 Mustang. Both have been graphited. Red Pill Speed Shop trying to turn this junk into a racer. See if it worked out. Here we go. 2.165. We swapped it. We want them to get a run in each lane. Lane 2 now. The turbo Mustang Junkyard Special against the brand new 05 Mustang. Let's go. 2153. Well, there you have it. I would call that a complete success. I wanted it to be at 2.15. I said at the beginning I got a 2.159 on an average of 2 runs, and there's actually a lot of cleaning up we could still do on this car. It's got some rough edges and some paint on the wheels still here. I could smooth these out, but we're not trying to send this thing to a race. I'm trying to show you the way to the speed. The Red Pill Racing Tune Shop has, once again, and for the first time that the world has seen, turned a froze up junkyard diecast into a legitimate downhill racer. That, I'm gonna have to say, is a success. So like I said, don't be just tossing aside those old, even ones that are found in dirt, frozen up diecast cars. Here's my times here we got on that bad boy. That thing started at a 3.187. It is the slowest car we've ever ran, ever on this track. After the little the tune-up at the Red Pill Speed Shop. We picked up 1.028 seconds, which is crazy. Insane. The 2.159, it's not going to be a world beater, but it'll beat over half the cars that you could take off the shelf. And don't forget, it didn't roll at all. So actually, when I did take this, didn't show on the video, but once I got them unfroze, one of these wheels actually had a pretty bad wobble, so I had to kind of try to bend that back a little bit. We got it pretty decent. Took a little bit of time, but like I said, if you want to spend the time, go find you some $2 for $1 flea market cars or whatever. Pull some old ones out from when you were just walking around in your diapers, pissing yourself. Pull it out, find out if it's got straight wheels. Even a piece of garbage like this Yatming 33.6 gram Mustang still got some life in it. It's got potential. Now you know the way. Follow the path to speed. Red Pill is out.